Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, good morning from the US and good evening in Nigeria. How are you doing? My name is Temitope Oluleye, and you're welcome to the Temitope Show. I hope you're doing very, very well today. Um, I hope you're doing great. How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? And of course, I want to say hello to everyone across the globe, all over the world, because the internet is a global village. Yes, it is a global
Yeah.
village, and the internet has made the world a global village. I want to welcome my guest, Mr. Zion Adiwe, once again on the show. I had him on the program last week and has been kind enough to join us again today on the program. You're welcome, Mr. Zion Adiwe. Welcome to the program again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so once again, this is the Timmy Tokwe Show. And once again, like I said, my name is Timmy Tokwe Oluleye. And this is a show where we explore latest trends, topics, hot topics, inside conversations. Let me share real stories on this show. And it's just more or less like a heart-to-heart, a kind of conversation always on this program, because I want us to be very, very real and very candid on this program, on this show. And today we're going to be talking about the Nigerian elections that is coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow. It is a big, um, anticipated, highly anticipated election, which could possibly make or mar the future of the giant of Africa, which is Nigeria. Yes. Tomorrow, a lot of people will be going to the polls to cast their ballots to vote for who they want to vote for. We have a lot of foreigners right now, three major presidential candidates amongst many. I believe we have about 18 other presidential candidates in addition to the three major foreigners. I'm talking about Tinubu, I'm talking about Atiku, and also Peter Obi. Yes, so those are the three major foreigners when it comes to the presidential election, and people are very passionate about their choice, the choice of candidates, and they're ready to go out to the polls tomorrow to vote. So I want to welcome my guest again. My guest today is Mr. Zaina Diboye, a Nigerian business mogul and the CEO of Dream City Africa Network. He's also the brain behind Project 20,000, the dream and the vision to empower 20,000 people to be able to own their own real estate, property, land, or what have you. And I just want to say that is a very commendable feat that you're trying to achieve, and God will definitely empower you to be able to do so. One of the biggest real estate projects in sub-Saharan Africa. Yes. Thanks so much for being on the program. Once again, we do appreciate you for being on. And I want to welcome you again. Like I said, I had some design on the program last week. I'm having him on again today. I want to talk about tomorrow. How do you feel about tomorrow's election? Are you anxious? How do you feel? I mean, what do you think? First of all, what are your thoughts about tomorrow's election?
Yeah. Tomorrow we definitely come and go. I used to believe that events comes and go. No matter how much you put into the event, it will definitely come and go. So
Yeah.
our prayer generally is that tomorrow is going to come with great peace, and days after tomorrow,
Yes.
we also come with great peace.
Yes.
That is our
Mm.
prayer. Tomorrow is a day that we, of course, so much look forward to. Seeing what is going to really happen, and then looking at the state of the nation presently, we are tired of where we are right now. We are so tired of where we are right now as a nation. So definitely, most Nigerians are looking forward to electing their choice of leaders. They will be running the House of Assembly, the senatorial, the presidential election is going to be taking place tomorrow all together at the same time.
Right.
So, we're all looking forward to electing, it's like when it comes to election is not like an appointment. But at the same time, to an individual is an appointment, because you can appoint, like in your own little room, when you enter the polling booth, what you are doing is that you are appointing the person, not just electing. You are appointing, you are trying to say, okay, this is the person that I want. So you have the right to say, I'm appointing so. So in general, it will now become an election. So therefore, everybody is looking forward to say, okay, I want this person to be the president. I definitely want this person to be the president. I definitely want this person to be, So the nutshell of my talk this evening is that, of course, tomorrow is going to be a great day. Yeah. I am very sure. Tomorrow is going to be a very big day. Yeah.
And might I ask you who you're actually going to be voting for, or who is your candidate of choice out of the myriad of political candidates, presidential candidates? Or you rather not, reveal that. It's your choice.
As a patriotic citizen of Nigeria, definitely you should have your own choice of, president, or when it comes to the House of Rep members, the senatorial seats and all that, you should be able to participate as a Nigerian. Is something that is very, very important. Every Nigerian should participate in it. So I should have a choice. I do have a choice. Of course, I have a choice. Now the point is, presently, looking at the people that we have Kokoto, we have Tinubu, we have Peter Obi, we have Atiku, we have Sowore, we have a lot of them. If you look at their backgrounds and looking at their credibilities and their credentials and their capacity, I would say Tinubu is the one with the excellent capacity. But unfortunately, looking at the failure of APC as a party, they have failed Nigeria right now. APC has failed us. So now what APC and the leadership of APC, what they're trying to do right now is that they are saying that they want to present, or they are presenting, the master planner. Of course, Tinubu is the master planner behind APC. So what APC are telling us right now is that, see, the people appointed or elected, they have failed. So instead of APC packing up, let us bring in the man with the vision, because it's like a company where you have. I'm not I'm not doing campaign for APC. I can never do campaign for APC, but I'm just trying to break down what they are telling us. They are saying that they want to bring in the master planner. Of course, Tinubu is the master planner behind APC. So they are saying, okay, he has appointed, he has elected, he has chosen wrong people in different offices, and they have failed him. So now, let the master planner himself handle it. But Nigerians are saying that, see, we are not ready to Nigeria is not it's not football. It's not like a game of football. It's not a sport. They now be playing like, okay, you now want to bring the master plan. So a lot of people are complaining that, see, we don't want APC any longer. So someone like me, if I will come out straight, I will say Sowore looks like someone that I can cast my vote for, because this is a young man that has concluded that there's a need to have a revolution in Nigeria.
Right.
Because looking at the state of things right now, you will know that we seriously need help. Nigeria need to come, Nigerian leaders, youth, everybody will need to come together and sit down and look at how can we build a better nation. That is what Sowore is asking for. So I feel that Sowore is the right, would have been the best and excellent president Nigeria is looking for. Yes, Peter Obi has been, talking about the kind of nation he wants to build. And if you look at the way Peter Obi has been shouting about it, analyzing Nigeria, dissecting Nigeria, trying to let us see that all these things are possible. You will feel that someone like that has a capacity. He has a capacity. But the point is this: the kind of nation that we have is not just about capacity. You have to be very rugged to manage Nigeria. You need, let me say, you need to be highly, I don't want to use a negative word anyway. we need someone that is very radical. Peter Obi is not necessarily radical. So, and the people that you want to manage, they are very rugged. When you want to manage rugged people that are so tough, you have to be very tough. So looking at the candidates we have regarding the presidency, I feel that only I can see two people, or no, let me say three people that have that kind of capacity. That is likes of Kokozo, likes of Tinubu, likes of Sowore. Those three guys, they are very tough. They are tough guys.
Right.
But the issue now is that APC, presently APC is a failure as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I don't know what they are going to do. Like I earlier said, they are presenting the master planner to us. That maybe the master planner can have a solution. Maybe can have. I don't know how Tinubu is going to work it out.
Now, when you call Tinubu the master planner, is that like a nickname that has been given to him in politics, or where does that come from?
Okay, now when it comes to a sitting president, it is very, it's something that is very difficult. To removing a sitting president from power, it takes only a master planner to do that, to achieve that. So that's for me, that's just what I call Tinubu personally.
Okay.
Personally, yes, personally. It takes only a master planner to remove a sitting president. A sitting president, not even just a sitting president, but a Nigerian president. To remove a Nigerian president from power is something that only a master planner, a great master planner, can achieve that. So I believe Tinubu is a book on his own. Is a book that the youth should be, looking up to reading. So that is how great Tinubu is. But the issue now is that the people he positioned in power, he was the leader, the father of APC. But most of the people he positioned in power, they have failed. He was not the one ruling us. He was like what they call Baba Saleh now. Baba Saleh is someone that just sit down somewhere and is just watching. But all the people he positioned as governors, as president, as whatsoever, they failed. That does not mean that he is a failure. That doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, Tinubu is not a failure. But the issue issue right now is that, are we now ready to be patient again to now say, okay, another 8 years for him to repair the, what his boys has, have messed up?
Now, you talk about the APC and how, the general perspective of APC right now, because they've been in power for about how many years now? About 8 years now so far. President Buhari has been in power for about 8 years now.
8 years.
And a lot of the Nigerian public, they seem to, because of course, let's take a look at that. Just recently, the chaos that broke out with the cash shortage for the currency that was launched, and then it was not enough in circulation, and a lot of protests broke out, and people were protesting and all that. That's just one example out of so many. We have insecurity, we have the issue of fuel scarcity, we have the issue of so many things that is besieging the nation, bad roads, and just we can go on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Now, looking at that, do you think that the Nigerian public will still be excited to go to the polls because they're still under the same party? And like you said, Tinubu seems to be someone who had been at the helm of affairs, directing and coordinating and planning and, being like a political godfather in Crow. So do you still think the Nigerian public will still go to the polls to vote APC into power, meaning vote Tinubu into power?
There is a possibility that a lot of Nigerians will still go to the poll and still vote for Tinubu. Now, this time around, Tinubu, and we have to look at it from another perspective. APC is a political party. It's like a family. In a family, we have the father, the mother, and we have the children. So the fact that some people in the family are messing up, or maybe something is wrong with the family, doesn't mean that all the children in the family or the father, for example, if a child, there's a rumor or maybe there's a news that the child, was arrested for so. It's the child, not the father. So APC, Tinubu is the father over APC. So the fact that APC is, has really, let me put it this way. The fact that APC is a great failure, so I'll just put it straight, does not make the father a failure.
Well, have you heard about the saying that says the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree?
Okay. Now, let me just clarify that. Let me clarify that.
Yes.
The issue about leadership, we're talking about people voting for Tinubu or not or something. Now, the point is this: your idiom is very reasonable, honestly. But honestly, yeah, very valid, very valid. Yeah. But the issue right now is that a father figure, is someone that a lot of children are looking up to. He has raised so many children that they've become a nation. Let me put it this way: they have become branches of their own. Yes, they have become different branches. So they have spread across the world. Children, so many children spread from Tinubu. So the issue of voting for Tinubu, I'm just trying to let you know that people will still vote for Tinubu regardless of the failure of APC. Yes, because he's a tree. It's like a tree. Tinubu is a massive tree. He's a massive, huge, mega tree that has broken into so many branches. Like widespread. Let me put it that way, into many branches. So they will still vote for him. They will still look up to him. Nothing can stop them from voting for him because he's their father. He's like their blood. And this, I'm talking about children in the north, in the south, in the west, in the, all over. So that is why.
Let's take a look at. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry about that. Please go ahead.
Okay. Tinubu will still get a very good vote. I mean, in this election, if we want to even determine this election, like want to forecast or something, guess what is likely to happen? Tinubu may likely be the next president. The reason is, if you look at the primaries from APC primaries, we
Yeah.
all thought that Osibajo would have, let me put it this way: Osibajo would have been the excellent winner of that poll. I mean, the primaries.
Right.
But as the election was going on, about two different powerful leaders gave up to Tinubu that okay, they are giving it up. And I think three powerful leaders.
Mm.
What I'm just trying to say is that if you look at that poll, that primary, there is a possibility that Tinubu will be the next president. Because presently Tinubu, APC is the widest, is the biggest party in Nigeria. So the biggest party, if we have 80% of the biggest party following one single leader, 80%, there's a possibility that the person will become the next president.
All right, let's take a look at Peter Obi, another presidential candidate, which has really been very, very popular among campaigners, especially, most especially the youth. We have a lot of upwardly mobile Nigerians, especially the youth, who are really clamoring for Obi to be the next president of Nigeria. I don't, have you noticed that a lot of routine for Peter Obi to be the next the next president of Nigeria? What are your thoughts about Mr. Peter Obi? Do you think he has a chance?
Looking at the popularity right now, Obi is very popular when it comes to 2023 presidential race. Obi is very, very popular. Now, election is not just won by popularity in Nigeria. Not anywhere in the world. Election is not won by popularity. In the United States, during the last election between Biden and President Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, I don't know, it's an understatement when you want to compare Biden and President Donald Trump's popularity. President Trump was very popular all over the world. All over the world. Everybody know Trump all over the world. And some people love him, while some people say all sorts of things about him. So it wasn't like maybe Trump was someone, of course, some people hate Trump, while some people, it's like 50-50 all over the world. In as much as people loved him, the same way some people hate him. Yet, he lost the election to President Biden. So, popularity does not determine who is going to win. So, so definitely, Obi in this, but I want to look at it from the past election. I don't see Obi winning this presidential race, but Obi may be very highly relevant in the leadership of Tinubu. There's a possibility that Tinubu might have. I'm already announcing Tinubu as the president. I beg your pardon if you belong to the obedience caucus. The truth is that a lot of people love obedience. Even me, I will say that when it comes to ethnicity, the Eastern people, they are supposed to be the next presidents. They deserve it. What have they done? What is their fault?
I was gonna say that, because if we're going to be looking at, the country being impartial, especially the politics being being impartial in Nigeria, shouldn't someone from Peter Obi's region should be the one to be the next president if they're going to be going through the zoning.
Exactly.
The zoning that has been put in place for power. Don't you think? I mean, so what is going on here?
Exactly. The way Nigeria is being governed is absolutely I think let me use the word is very dangerous. The way they are running Nigeria is very dangerous right now. Now, when I use the word dangerous, the Eastern people, we are talking about Nigeria, a nation where we believe we have the Igbos, we have the Yoruba, we have the Hausa. Now, how come? Who now put it in what constitution do we have it that the Igbo people cannot lead Nigeria legitimately? We are one Nigeria, regardless of you are Igbo, Hausa, or you are Yoruba. We are one. The Igbos are my brother. The Hausas, they will belong together. We are all one. So, now saying that the Igbos, they cannot manage Nigeria well, they are going to break up, they are going to do this if they get to power and all that, is something that is very dangerous. It has been a very dangerous decision by the Northerners, and is still presently a valid, dangerous decision. Because the more we keep on holding to that belief that the Igbo will separate Nigeria, the Igbo will separate Nigeria, one day they will separate Nigeria. Because now we are even giving them much reasons to separate. If they cannot become the president, what are they doing in Nigeria? If the Igbos, if they don't have the right to become president, what are they doing inside Nigeria? What are they doing?
Right.
That's just my own opinion anyway. So Peter Obi deserves to become the president. In fact, the most deserving president, and I mean, how do I put it? Contestants among the presidential, I mean, the guys going for the presidency, the most qualified is Peter Obi. If we want to look at it from the way Nigeria is being managed, the most qualified, I think, is Peter Obi.
Well, so tomorrow is the D-Day, like they say. Tomorrow is the D-Day where Nigerians will decide who is going to be the next president of Nigeria. What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and cast the go ahead and cast it out to you, and throw the baton to you and ask you, who do you think is going to be the next Nigerian president? Is it going to be Peter Obi? Is it going to be Atiku? Is it going to be Tinubu? Is it going to be Shura? Is it going to be, and a whole lot of other contestants as well? Now, unfortunately, when it comes to Nigerian politics, there's always this issue that we have to contend with, and that is the issue of violence. Unfortunately, a couple of days ago, a senatorial candidate from the Labour Party, and I'm talking about Mr. Oyibo Chukwu. He was a senatorial candidate of the Labour Party for Enugu East Senatorial District. Unfortunately, according to reports, gunmen, assassinated him, killed him, with also 5 supporters who were also with him in the car. And what we also heard was that the car was also set ablaze. Very, very sad incident indeed. That we still have to, contend with violence when it comes to elections in Nigeria. Now, this is pre-election. Now, like you said earlier, let's hope that peace will reign tomorrow at the polls. What are your thoughts about violence and elections, especially tomorrow?
Yes, the way Nigeria is being managed, definitely, we cannot, it will be very difficult to take away or roll away violence from the electoral system and all that, especially when it comes to the season. We have the word cabal is very common here in Nigeria. It's rampant because we have different cabals, different groups,
Yes.
you know, and then they see power or government positions or position of leadership and all that as a do or die thing. They see it as a do or die thing, and you know, anything you bring in the do or die mentality into, definitely it will end up in violence. So that is one of the major problems we're facing in Nigeria right now. So in a situation whereby some people see government positions as a company, as their family entitlements, that they just have to be there. You know, some of these guys, they don't even have any company. The only company they have is the government offices, you know, political offices and all that. So you can imagine people like that, they will not want to, they don't believe that anything can take them out of that position. So when they see any form of threat, anything that look like threat, they becomes very violent. So they resort to violence 100%. They don't see any other way out. So for us to take out violence from election or electoral process and all that in Nigeria, you know, it will take a while, maybe maybe in the next, let's say maybe in another 20-25 years. But right now, with the leaders that we have right now, I don't think we can help that presently, because it takes good governance. It takes reasonable and responsible leaders to have absolute peace in any electoral process. So if you have people with the fear of God, you know, contesting,
Right.
whatsoever the outcome is, they will take it. They will believe that it's not their family entitlement or heritage.
Yeah.
They will take it the way it is. And I can bet with you, leaders like that, if they end up in the position of, in any position, they will behave
Right.
very well. They will perform excellently well. So that is the issue with violence in Nigeria. My prayer is that the hands of God, you know, will take total control of the electoral process and you know, for the next 2 weeks, God will take total control. That is my prayer for Nigeria.
Yes, and hopefully we pray that peace will reign tomorrow as people go ahead to cast their votes and choose who they want to be the next Nigerian president. As a matter of fact, the 18 presidential candidates of Nigeria's general election went ahead to sign a second peace accord in Abuja, and they did that in a bid to prevent unrest surrounding the February 25th polls, and also a common saying or a common phrase that surrounds elections. They usually say they want the elections to be free, fair, credible, transparent. Hopefully, as we go ahead and wrap up the program, the show this tonight, of course, in Nigeria, and this morning here in the U.S., what will be your thoughts? So do you think tomorrow's election will be free, fair, and credible and transparent?
We can only pray that it will be. We can only pray that it will be free and fair. You know, that's the only thing that I can say right now. We can only pray. We can hope and pray. You know, so I think the government, they've done the right thing by releasing securities. You know, a lot of Soldiers are everywhere now, police and all that, paramilitary and all that. So they've done what they're supposed to do. So we hope, that is free. When it comes to free and fair, how do I put it? That can only be achieved when we have people who are not desperate. We have people who are very desperate. Most of these leaders, all these politicians, they are highly desperate. So we have to keep on praying for Nigeria. We can never take out God factor from this coming election. I mean, we can't take out God factor. So we have to pray that our God, the maker of heaven and earth, will take total control and there will be no violence tomorrow. That's my prayer.
Amen. Amen. And that's what we pray for, that tomorrow will be peaceful time at elections, that as people are casting votes, and there will be no violence and everything shall be in peace. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Zion Adewale, for being on the program with me on the show. Thank you so much. Once again, my guest has been Mr. Zion Adewale, the CEO of Dream City Africa Network, a Nigerian business mogul, and also the brain behind Project 20,000, the vision to empower 20,000 people to be able to own their own piece of land, real estate. Thank you so much once again, and thank you for joining me on the program. Yes, I want to thank you all for joining me. For those that joined on the program today, thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Let me see if I can go through the list of people that came on board. Thank you, Senator Tosi. Thank you, Morenike Oye. Thank you, Rita Okiaye. Appreciate you so much for joining on the program today. Another episode of the Temitope Show will come up on next Friday at 10 a.m. American time and 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Once again, thanks for joining me. And of course, stay blessed and join me next week. And of course, once again, we pray for peace, the peace of reign during elections tomorrow in Nigeria. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.